Hey guys, this is your Fridays in your Max Seller week. I hope that you're doing well this week. We're celebrating. We're celebrating that we have 1 year. We're 1 year old in our Design Your Physician Life podcast. And this week we had Dr. Laurie Boge from GreenCloud Apparel. And here sending them an invite so that they can join us. And we're very excited for this week. If you want to learn how to do your podcast, we had that on Wednesday. So take a look at it. See? I'm
Yes,
Green
I've
Cloud
seen.
Girl
I love
today.
it. It's beautiful in the plum.
Came dressed, and today is a Friday, so we are here at this is our Saha Vida Institute. I came to the parking so I would be outside and then have some better signal, but it wasn't working on the other
It
side.
works. So happy
Yeah.
anniversary and happy Friday.
Thank
A
you.
couple
Thank you.
things to
Same to
celebrate.
you. And thanks for being you're now part of our podcast.
Yes, that was so
So you're
fun.
there. You're the first podcast of this other year. So you
Love
were
it.
right there at our celebration. So thanks a lot. Thanks for sharing your story,
Yes.
your inspiration. And let's talk a little bit about it. And whoever join us, remember to do hashtag live, hashtag replay, and so that others can then later hear about this conversation we're having and get inspired themselves.
Perfect.
I wanted to ask you because we have a member in our current mastermind who's thinking about doing apparel,
Uh-huh.
right? And they are, they're starting to look for guidance for how to do this process, and we've given them some, like from starting their business, they're deciding on what even the type of corporation or not they're going to be doing and all that stuff, and then where to seek more guidance, which forums to go to.
Okay.
So tell us first, before we go into that answer that question, tell us about yourself so that the audience can hear a little bit more about Green Cloud Apparel,
Sure.
and not everything, because they have to go and listen to the podcast, right?
Yes, of course. No, so
Uh,
like the very short summary is I'm an emergency medicine physician, but I'm on a mission to bring out the courage and confidence of women in medicine. So I created this incredible scrub line where we played with scrubs and we made them super comfy and boss.
they're super cool.
um, and we're just pushing the limits of what we're kind of expected to do, because I feel like the medical system was created by men kind of for men, and women certainly have a huge place in medicine, and we need to speak up a little bit more and stand a little bit taller. So I'm hoping to be a small part of that.
That's awesome. So from emergency room
Uh-huh.
physician to somebody who was maybe nominated for a TV show, right?
So I have to expand on that just a bit. So that was when I was in the military, and we really just wore the uniform all the time. And so maybe like my apparel off shift was mostly like workout clothes and comfy clothes. But since getting out of the military, moving to Miami, I've appreciated a whole new me in the fashion world. Yeah.
And it shows, because I have to tell you, whenever I wear this, people look at me, it's
Yeah.
like, you're wearing a
Yeah.
scrub, but that scrub looks like really nice. It's like, yes, it's Green Cloud Apparel.
It's
Awesome.
it's fun. Like I was at Starbucks the other morning on the way to a shift, and the barista's like, "Are those scrubs?" And I'm like, "Well, yes, they are." Let me tell you a little bit more. So yeah, they are
That's
fun.
awesome.
It's fun.
Yeah. Well, thank you for making them. They're really comfortable for whoever is watching. Like this is very, very soft, and you can actually wear it. And yeah, the question if it's a scrub is going to be there, but it's like it's nice when people look at it. So you can, as we mentioned earlier, like you would like to maybe shower before going somewhere else after wearing scrubs, but if you don't have that chance, then you can wear them and you will be okay for a lot of events.
And
situations.
yeah, but it's also okay to go to work and look cute. Like
Yes.
we when we feel good and look good, I think we do a little bit better. So it's okay for us just to wear these at work and have fun with what we're wearing. I think it just makes us a little more bold.
I love them. I like to go to work and wear these rather than the normal scrubs. Those are like boxy, and then they don't fit right, and this feels like clothes, like
Yeah,
real nice clothes. So very, very nice.
thank you.
So, guys, as I said, welcome to our transmission today. If you're here joining us, Dr. Laurie Boge from GreenCloud Apparel, physician and fashionista now in the wonderful world of the fashion of medicine. And please do hashtag live, hashtag replay, and she's going to tell us a little bit now about if you are somebody who's thinking about fashion, right? Where do you start to look for ideas and connections and getting to that level, next level, besides just starting your company and signing up your company and getting having the passion?
Yeah, so I mean, really start deciding who you're dressing and why you're dressing them. Like what's going to be different about your company. So really create that vision of your company, and then at the same time you're also figuring out what pieces you want in your very first collection. There's different ways from there. You can actually do all the sketching and designing yourself, and then you can source material, source manufacturers. I decided to hire an incredible design team that has over 50 hours experience in the design industry, where they've worked with $100+ million companies, and they understand how to scale a company, how to source manufacture, how to source material. So I got very lucky in finding an incredible all-female team that
I'm guessing it's over 50 years of experience, right?
I mean they
Yeah, not
studied
50
this
hours.
50 years. So it's a team of 4 women that, I mean, this is what they, studied in college, and then they went out and they've been in the industry for many years, and then decided to start their own company where they help small businesses from the very beginning, when you just have this idea, all the way to production. So they really brought my crazy idea to life. Like without them, it would have taken me 10 times as long.
So, were you thinking while you were in the ER between patients that you would make scrubs with like little necks like this?
So I wanted to make something cute and comfy. Like that was my goal. And when I started playing with the V-neck scrub top, ruffles kept popping in my mind, and I'm like, I don't know if we're ready for this. I don't know. And finally I just said, hey, look, if this is, I want to be different. I want to do something super fun. I want to create something I'll wear and want to wear, with jeans or with my scrub pants. And we did it. And I mean, when we first launched it, I was like, I may be the only one that loves these, but I hope there's someone else out there that gets me. So it's a little bit scary to go off and do something totally different. But we went to medical school, we applied to residency, like we've done a lot of scary things. So it's not that scary compared to other things I've done.
Tell us about that relationship between you and your design team.
Mm-hmm.
How are at the beginning, like getting your idea from the ruffles that you're thinking, like you tell them, I'm thinking ruffles, and they're like, are they potato chips or are they ruffles here? No, I'm kidding, sorry. No, I'm thinking ruffles. So when you're talking to them and you're meeting with them, they're like right on the side designing for you, or
No,
they say,
so
okay,
I had,
I'll get these
yeah.
ideas and send you some ideas. How does that work?
Yeah, so you have to, I had to have a pretty good idea of what I wanted. So, we have our typical V-neck scrub top, but I wanted it to fit a little bit better and a little more to the shape of a woman's body. So I would go in with kind of my ideas, and we would talk about it, and then one of the members would actually start sketching, trying to get what I'm explaining onto paper. So you have to have a pretty clear idea of what you want, and then the team, we will all sit around and play with the idea. And then when we actually go to make it, sometimes we're way off. So, I mean, there have been many things I've made where as soon as I put them on, I'm like, oh no, that doesn't work. But then some pieces do work. So it's a process for sure.
How do you decide on the shape that's going to be?
Yeah, so I have 4 tops and I have 3 pants. So I kind of wanted a spectrum. Like I wanted like this Matilda top has the flowy shorter arms.
Let me show them.
Some people want a little more coverage in the arms. So, we just created like different styles that hopefully you will love one or all of them, and kind of depending on the time of the month is when I love one more than the other, but I sort of rotate through them.
And then the sizing, I know that this different sizing. I see you go to buy something, and not all 4 sizes are the same. Not all like they vary.
Yeah.
So how do you say, what, or the medium, largest, whatever sizing it is? How do you choose your sizing? Did you have like a group of women that you went to and so first, or how did that work in this case?
So we had a group of women that all different body types that I would try on, get feedback, and then it's tricky because not just one top, okay, this is a medium and this is a large, but then do the tops equal between themselves? So if you're buying a Blackwell medium and then a Matilda, but the small fits better, I didn't want that to happen. I want, like, if you're small and top, I want all 4 tops to fit the same. So that got a little bit tricky because, everyone's a little bit different size. And so if you're right in between, you may be medium in one, small in the other. So it's a lot of work, and we're still working on it, trying to get, if you're a medium pant, you should be medium in all the pants. So yeah, that does take some work, but we do free exchanges. So if one size is a little off, don't give up on the item, just try a different size, because that's usually what the problem is. It's just not the right size.
And one of the things that you wanted to do at some point is to do also men, right?
Mm-hmm. I have the sketches of the men's line. I just want to get the women's line like soaring before we add the men's line. So I'm still working on a couple last details in the women's line. We have a couple new items coming out, and then I think we'll add the men's probably 2024.
I like to know about the inspiration for the colors, because when we go to work, there's some, colors that are normally, okay, these are colors for scrubs, and they've been more creative lately, and you have tons of prints and stuff like that. Where did your color for your color inspiration came from? Did you say, I want to do like a line related to a particular topic, or these are just my favorite colors that I would always want to wear? How did that work for you?
So in the beginning, it was like my favorite colors, like the plum you have on, and then we have olive. We're almost out of these colors because they were our first collection, and this citadel blue. We did a black because black is a very popular color, but we added the pink drawstring and then this pink jacket, the Walker jacket. So all of our pieces are named after pioneers in medicine, like Blackwell's the first female physician in the US. So I started with that, and then I started getting tons of requests like, how do you not have navy? Or I have to wear royal blue. Or my hospital will only let me wear hunter green. I feel like every hospital requires a different color. So we have added the royal, the navy, hunter green comes next month, but I'm still kind of keeping some of the colors that I still like gravitate towards, because not everyone has to wear a certain color. So it's a mix of hospital colors that are required and then the fun colors.
Wow, that's yeah. It's, I can't imagine all the work like you have to produce, and then the sizes and how many of each you're gonna sell and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out, but I mean, compared to a year ago, we opened a year and a half ago. I've learned so much, and that's part of happiness, right? Is that we're growing and learning. And that may be one of the reasons why in our 40s in medicine, we start not, I mean, it may contribute to the burnout, is that we've sort of mastered our field, right? Like, I mean, I never want to say I've mastered emergency medicine, because the next shift I go to, I'll be humbled completely. But I have seen almost everything at least once. And so this is something new and exciting, and I'm learning so much. And that's part of enjoyment in life. So, you know, if you ever feel like you're kind of getting stuck in something, figure out a way to add something new or change it up a little bit, because that's where you're going to find happiness. It's hard work. I don't think any of us mind hard work, but we're really seeking happiness in life. Yeah.
That's true. And, you know, that's when I've been burnout, having that entrepreneurship is really what took us out. That's why we're here helping other physicians, because we see how many are happy with their entrepreneurial endeavors, right? It doesn't matter if it's doing clothing or doing real estate or doing something that allows them to have some control of their lives, some
Mm-hmm.
an outlet for creativity many times, or the security of, you know, I might not have to go and work. You know, if I get sick, I have something else that I can do just in case that happened, because we're just such a face-to-face profession,
Yeah.
you know, for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's really important. Any other, because you've given us great tips about, you know, entrepreneurship right now, anything that you were maybe not expecting during this path that you say, oh my goodness, it's been either a great lesson to learn from or a great, wonderful surprise that you say, you know what, I'm so grateful because I've been able to do this because this X or Y thing happened?
You know, I didn't set big expectations. Like, I think most of us in medicine are very goal oriented. And I didn't do that with this business. I said, I want every day to be fun, and I'm going to try my best. And, you know, I still am not at the point where I can say I've made it. Yes, we're doing well. Yes, you know, I think we're doing okay, but how do I know? I mean, who can I compare this to, right? So, I would say if you can find a mentor, and I'm happy to discuss with anyone, you know, you've gotten to know me. I will share as much as I can. I will help as much as I can. I will help you avoid doing some of the things I did that may have been costly. Um, but you know, just kind of go for it. Take your time, plan it out, seek some coaching. I think that is something I missed in the beginning, because I was kind of embarrassed to tell anyone I was doing this. And you know, your gut though is going to tell you this is what you should be doing. I mean, it's still a crazy idea to me, but something in me is like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm still kind of going with it.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
did you start like with a business plan and go through
A
the whole
little bit. I
thing?
mean, I learned how to make a business plan. And then every time I sat down, you know, to write out this 20-page thing, I was just like, oh my gosh, no. Like, today I'm going to work on this. And, you know, every day I just would, stuff will come what needs to get done, right? You need to create your LLC. You need to register. You need, you know, like, so it's sort of, there's always a list of things, and you just kind of prioritize each day. What do I really need to get done today, and can I get ahead on some other things? But yeah, I mean, I have an okay business plan. Nothing yet, because I'm not seeking outside anything yet. So I'm sure when that time comes, my business plan will be much different than it is right now, anyways. But yeah, I have an idea.
And let's, for the future,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of fabrics, are you thinking about changing fabrics or adding not just the design
Mm-hmm.
or the just the fabric how it feels? Are
Uh-huh.
you thinking about adding different things?
We may do, because the fabric you have on. It's super light and soft, right? So it's perfect for Florida. My Alaska and
We are
Wisconsin,
in
yeah,
Florida, ladies
we're in
and
Florida.
gentlemen,
So, you
everybody.
know, my sometimes, you know, Michigan, Wisconsin, Alaska, they'll be like, can you make something a little thicker? But it actually is a quick dry material that it does a pretty good job of keeping you warm inside the hospital. But yeah, so I would love to switch to a completely sustainable material. It's just the ones we've tried would wrinkle, shrink in the dryer. They just didn't work for what we need. Our jackets are made from recycled nylons from Italy, so I'm very happy about that. I'm still looking for another material, but honestly, the feedback from the scrubs is they love the material, and I'm afraid if I change it, they're not gonna, they may not be as happy as this material, because it really is durable, but also like super light. But we're looking for an option, but it will have to be a better option than what we have.
Awesome. Well, any other final thoughts before we leave here? And actually, before those final thoughts, I want to tell you guys, see, Janice loves your scrubs. Hey, Janice, you can say hello there. Awesome. Yeah, which color do you have, Janice? Tell us which color you've got and which model. Like, I have Matilda, and I have one jacket too. My jacket is black, by the way.
I think she has the sweatshirt. I can't remember the color. She has a couple things.
Yeah.
Well, now I lost my train of thought.
So before we go, I was just gonna say, like, everybody, hashtag live, hashtag replay, go and see watch the podcast from this last Tuesday on Design Your Physician Live, where Dr. Boge tells us all about, her story, how she came inspired to, and some other fun details about her story, and more details about how you can do this yourself, based on her own experience too. And also, we had our first year celebration of Design Your Physician Life. And if you're somebody who's looking to start your own podcast, if you go through our social media for last Wednesday, we have details there of what we do for our podcast, so that you can also be inspired and do it. So it's not that hard. You just have to know why you're doing it, and then just follow some simple steps. And then here we are 1 year later, and our latest episode was with Dr. Boge here. So thank you for being here. Tell us about, so there's the link right there, you can see it. Kate put it, so thanks Kate for putting Dr. Boge's podcast episode. So the last thing is like maybe some tips or some final words. First, where can they find GreenCloud Apparel? And then any other tips?
So we're basically, everything is GreenCloud Apparel. So the website, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And then, if you feel stuck, what are you thinking about that you are so passionate about? Like, what are you reading about on the side outside of medicine? What are you searching for on social media? And whatever that is, it doesn't have to be starting a business. It may be you've been wanting to, go on a 100-mile bike ride, or, whatever crazy idea that you keep reading about and you're inspired by people that are doing it, just add that to your life, because we really are more than medicine. And when you add other passions, I think it makes you better in medicine, because you're just overall like a happier, better person. So, not everyone's going to want to do scrub lines, but for me, that's what it is. And for you, it's going to be something else, but just go for it. And, look for coaches and groups that will inspire you and help you get unstuck and get started, because really that's you just got to start.
Well, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for making these wonderful scrubs and give us some amazing alternatives for when we go to work every day.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing more of you, seeing more designs and expanding your line and seeing your growth. So thank you very much.
I thank you for all you're doing, because you really are inspiring and getting men and women unstuck and doing something, special for themselves. So thank you, and happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yes, we're so happy. We're going to then have you at probably our next anniversary with the huge line of GreenCloud.
I love it. Maybe we'll have the men's line then.
Yeah. We'll see you then. Thanks, everybody. Have a happy weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.